That is the seat of this morning as you settling into your props, letting the thighs just widen and relax in cross leg or your chosen seat, and maybe even softening your gaze or looking in and down. Maybe look into the Dhyani mudra, so palm on top of palm. It's a meditative mudra, or maybe you've made this sort of bowl shape, that's the meaning, and then the thumbs are lightly touching. And really, you know, you can roll off the shoulders, just soften off, and let's come into a moment of mindful seated. And being mindful and being bodyful, so connecting to your body seated here and connecting to the mind. And the bridge between the body and the mind is, of course, the breath. Closing the eyes if appropriate. We're going to be breathing into conscious pranayama right at the beginning of our practice today. So this is optimizing your respiratory system and strengthening your lungs. Breathe in to a count of 4 seconds and slight pause, and breathe out to a count of 8 seconds, please. So inhale 4, you may want to count 1, 2, 3, 4, pause, and exhale, breathe out, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and continue. So that is a 1:2 ratio in pranayama. And therefore, if you notice that your breathing has extended, or you are more seasoned or experienced, you may have found a 5:10, or perhaps you've over-efforted and you need to soften the ratio and come back to a 3:6. So this is very simple to remember, but it's the basic first step on your pranayama journey. Unless and until you can maintain that 1:2 rhythm for duration, we don't necessarily proceed. So let's close eyes or center the self and body and stack the shoulders over the hips. Make sure there's no efforting up here, so no pulling up into the shoulders on the in-breath. And really do not pull or push the breath. Receive and welcome the flow. Let the body blossom and swell as you inhale. And as you slowly, consciously control the exhale, you are counting as a method to find the 1:2 rhythm. And then experienced practitioners let go of the rhythm and just maintain the double length of the out breath to the single in breath. Let's have 5 more rounds. And just one more breath cycle like that, please. Just allow yourself to close quietly with one more prolonged exhalation now. And join your palms into the heart center, bow the gaze, and open your eyes. Lovely. So find as you come to the side, you may want to keep this seat, or you may want to change the cross of your legs, or just wiggle out your legs. And then slide the right hand to the right, but make sure you still stay connected. So if you're on bolster, blanket, or block, stay connected. Roll the left shoulder back. So I'm going to move the right hand a little further back and roll the left shoulder back. See if you can just feel, sense an opening in the left lungs. You may even look up, but that's dependent on the feel of the whole connection to the shoulder and the breath in the neck. And then raise up that left arm. Maybe, as I say, you choose to look up to sky. Allow the feeling of that elegant opening to take place. And then some of you may find you are moving that arm further. So it's coming towards the jaw or the eyes or even the ear, depends if your head is differently placed. And then rotate, so turn your body to gaze towards the right thigh, knee or right side of the mat. And then just lengthen forward enough. But can you keep anchored through your seat? As you lengthen forward, maybe your right elbow releases for some, and left fingers may even reach down to the earth. Tuck the chin and resting here. And then flow back up. And as you flow back up, bend the left elbow and let the left hand just sit on top of the head like a little crown, or maybe take hold of the right side of the head. And then draw yourself back up as you draw yourself back up to sitting tall. You can then place that left hand, which is sitting on top of your crown, slide it to the left shoulder and circle. And as you circle, you can move slowly, mindfully, with eyes closed, or you can move rapidly, but feel, sense what is going on in that shoulder. Perhaps your right arm is resting on the earth or back in your lap. Maybe this is another good opportunity to breathe in as you raise the elbow and rotate. Exhale and draw down on a long exhale. And then inhale, rotate backwards. Exhaling, draw down. So maybe 2 or 3 more like that. And then release your left arm back into softness. And just notice how that side feels. Do you feel any impact of that? Do you feel a little lighter, perhaps? So let's reach the left arm out to the left or a little bit back and connect. Try not to let the body collapse, but lean in enough. And then sort of bring the right palm around so that you're turning first. And it's almost as if this right side of the chest and heart and the lungs and ribs are turning. You may look up and raise that right arm up, spread the palm into Surya Mudra, the 5 fingers and the thumb there. I mean, the 4 fingers and the thumb representing the rays of the sun. And perhaps you may arc differently, the arm coming to the jaw, eyes or ear. And you may even release your left elbow. But can you spread, wherever you are, spread out through open space in your mind and body. And then rotate your torso, rotate the gaze. So you might slightly be looking down to earth, blanket or on thigh. And then reach forward enough. Inhale, exhale, make sure you're still breathing. You may find that your palm touches down and you're finding this lovely fold. It's your fold. And then slowly reach back up, bend the elbow. And the right palm is going to rest on the palm resting on the top of the crown. And then press and draw back and draw that head back to center and allow yourself to sit centered. right fingers are going to land just on top of the right shoulder or on the collarbone, and then begin to circle with mindful awareness, rolling in and out as the elbow comes up. Inhale and exhale, stirring. And maybe you go the other way, or maybe, I mean, we definitely want to use both directions, but can you please move faster or slower according to what your body needs at this moment, please. So circling faster or slower, breathing all the way through, and then release when you're ready and bring palms back into Dhyani Mudra. And then lean back and sweep the legs forward. So what you're finding now is Tadasana. It's a diamond shape. And you may find in your body that opening out the feet and having a gap between the feet is desirable. So please explore how this diamond shape in your hips, knees, ankles, feet, toes, how does that feel? And we don't want to push and press those knees outwards essentially, but you can find that that is also an option. So we're not pressing or hurting, but you might find that as you bring, depends how your arms meet the body, as you just tip forward, what I find is that my elbows and arms kind of rest a little bit there, and that feels lovely. Yeah, it starts to feel quite pleasant in the groin area. It's not too challenging. And the feet may wish to part. So you're on the outside edges of the feet, of course. Depending on you, as you exhale more and breathe, you might slide your arms down the legs. It's still feeling comfortable, but the spine is being elongated and the head is resting, nodding the head. Breathe and soften in, melt in. And then if okay to do so, and if you're going lower in the pose, take each palm under each leg. So left under left, right under right. And it may be that your hands just cradle around the front of the foot and your toes are soft. And you can walk your buttocks back, or you may drop in a little deeper, exhaling in a little deeper. I'd love it if down in your half Kurma Asana, the Ardha Kurma Asana, if you could close your eyes. So this is turtle pose or Tara Asana. And I'd love it if it felt good enough for you, or appropriate and suitable right now, to close your eyes and really enter a very self-caring attitude. There is an awful lot going on in the world, going on in your community, and even in your immediate friends and family, as we continue to adapt to changing circumstances in 2020, and also the changing of our own adaptation to it. I have been through many sort of thought waves. You know, I might have a week where I feel very buoyant and very in touch with how I'm going to navigate the waves of the week. And there may be another week where I feel confused or overwhelmed by the information. And I think as much as we want to digest healthy food, it's really important that we also digest healthy information. And therefore perhaps try not to consume too much bad news if that's having an impact on your body or your emotional state. Come away from your Tadasana, please. Rise, bring the fingers behind the body. And this is a mild type of stretch feeling, but I want you to first of all try and feel that the shoulder blades are coming together. Remember, you can also put your feet flat if the Tadasana pose in the legs is not good. You can also place your feet flat or have long legs. I'm going to just keep that position for a moment. You might walk the hands back a little bit and flatten the palms, and you may even turn the fingers in towards the back body. And if you lay back a little bit, almost like your body is in a hammock, and then press into that strengthening opening. So we can coordinate with breath here. As you exhale, palms down, fingers pointing, bending elbows, and almost lie into body hammock, look into chest, and then breathing in or out, a coordination of opening and pressing, and really squeeze your shoulder blades together and lift the crown above the tailbone. So I like to exhale into the lowering, and then breathe in and press up and open. And you will modify both your lower structures and your upper according to your own body and what it's serving. What serves you is not to be harming, but to heal, yeah? Not harming, but healing. So you might move less or more. And then releasing from that practice, reach the arms up overhead, breathe in. And as you breathe in, feel free to change the seat, placing feet flat or sliding legs out wide, or maybe remain in the diamond, but just allow that diamond to be bigger. So it moves into lotus blossoming pose. And then we'll circle and breathe and connect. You may even want to bow in. So it's almost like a seated goddess, especially if you place your feet into flexion. Those that know goddess temple pose, it's that style for some. Let's rise up, inhale, salute the possibilities of lifting the ribs away as you exhale, exhale, stay here, or drop into heart and nod. And you can even fold in again, as if you're bowing to your inner body temple. Inhale, inhale up, exhale down, and folding. And one more please, when you fully consciously coordinate with your breathing. One more like that as well, so just one more, perhaps even two. And feel empowered by allowing your breath to guide you. So if your tendency is to be impatient or to super rush, well, maybe you need a break from that. Maybe your mind and body need a pause and they need to reconnect. Mind and body needs to reconnect with pranic energy and to just prana pause. Now let's release from that seat. Shake out your legs. So bring the legs long, bumpy knees. Roll the legs in and out. And you know, the rolling is yours, so it can be slower or faster. And then I would love you to come down to semi-supine and then re-enter that kind of diamond shape, which is really Baddha Konasana, the Supta Baddha Konasana butterfly. And also possibly enter the diamond also in the arms. So maybe make a cradle with the palms and bring the elbows out wide and open your legs when you're down on the mat. So if you need a demo, you're going to roll down carefully and suitably, maybe you're on your blanket. Bring each leg into Baddha Konasana. No need to bring heels right into the perineum, just have a feel, a little rocking action. And then we will leave the arms low if necessary, or low V, or interlace. Lift the head, place the head into the hand cradle. And as you lay your arms open, soften the gaze or close the eyes. And as you inhale and exhale, can you find, please, a very subtle rolling of your pelvis? Breathing in, your pelvis tilts away from you. So you're increasing the length between the sternum, the navel and the root. And this upper body, chest and everything is swelling up and there's a bridge underneath you. Yes, and I sometimes find that that arc is really quite powerful, even though it's very mild in physicality. It feels powerful inside the body. So breathe in and find the open space. Now as you exhale, you feel the pelvis rolling towards you. The low back waist arc is lost, the lumbar curve moves away. The knees come up a little bit as you start to flatten your back, and it's actually the hip points, the pelvis rings that are drawing towards the rib cages, and then everything is kind of flat under here. And this is when we get that sense of strength in that navel area. You want to also press the bones of your arms back, especially if you've got these fanned elbow arms as well. And then gently release, and you can release and do nothing except breathe, or you can roll again. Inhale deeply and tilt the pelvis away. You really want to feel the sacrum and tailbone pressing, and can you equalize the pressure with the back of your skull? And then exhale slowly, 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 curl, curl pelvis. Feel your lumbar curve is releasing to earth. And that is a beautiful lengthening. It's very healing for anyone with a tight low back. And your knees might come up a bit, and that's fine. Let the spinal column and pelvis that has shifted carry the knees, and then fan everything away and relax. And you may want to allow a little rocking side to side. So please continue with breathing in and out, consciously elongating your exhalation, prana, pranic energy, pausing with the power of prana, or continue also with the inhale, tilt, and the exhale, tuck. Okay, that's just my quick way of saying that you are rolling across that pelvis. Other option is to release the arms from the fanning and to bring palms onto belly or chest and connect in there, and your eyes may be closed. If you are struggling with Baddha Konasana, you must place cushions or blocks under your outside thighs so that your legs can land onto support. Just trying to release from bad tension to good tension. So there is a tensioning, there is a tensile element to releasing any kind of stretch feel. It's about your body being in a cooperative place. And then release arms from any positions they were in. Let the palms rotate up to sky. Float the shoulders down a little more. Melt the shoulders down. Shimmy, shimmy. Wiggle the shoulder blades. So give yourself a little shimmy in the shoulders, wiggling. And then slowly, slowly, the left foot knee comes in as you plant the left foot. And your right leg will land to the right. And then slowly bring that right foot in, and maybe walk the feet a little closer to you. And as you lift into a mini bridge, sort of tuck the bum under and lengthen the tail again, and then land. So feet are grounded, please, and then lift into mini bridge and just tuck, tail and land. Settle into the shoulders, the open chest, please. Nice, easy breathing. And then draw the right thigh into the chest. But first of all, just let it fall to where it naturally falls. So try and let that right leg just fall in. It's falling in. That was a little knee crack. And then inhale, exhale, curl. And you may want to hold back of thigh or front of shin. Lay down again. Just let everything be very beautifully settled. Settled shoulders. Left foot is standing. Right thigh resting into chest. Now as you flex your right foot or point the right foot, can you connect your hand to the foot, or index and second finger are going to wrap around big toe mudra. Maybe the thumb is there. Maybe you're just here, the bent knee. Let the right thigh move to the right, and slowly can you straighten out that leg. So we're all at different stages in practice. Your knee is bent-ish, right leg is focused. Can you really find a lovely opening along the inner seam of your right thigh, settling, and those that wish to release your left leg long, but not if you're going to roll over. Try not to roll just to the right. So it's essential really to have a good, soft but strong anchor through the left leg, or you may have a half bend, so I've just got my heel there, that's an option, or the whole left foot is standing. You are resting with your head on the pillow, or you've drawn that right leg out to the right. If your elbow has landed on the mat or earth, that's a nice little shelf. And some of us can even allow that right hand to come around the heel or the ankle. But again, watch that you don't pull your body over to the right. So you stay connected to this left hip. And if you have to back off and bring the leg differently, you can return to the mudra with your bent knee. So you still get some open space. One more round of breath in the version that is the best version for your body today in this present moment. Mindful of breathing. And then let that left leg stay as is. So it's already down for some of us. It's got a heel connection or a foot connection. And then just circle, look to the right big toe. Point the feet and toes gently and create a lovely, blissful, dreamy circle. 4 or 5, and then 4 or 5, laying open really calmly. After gentle, medium, small circles, place your foot down, which is supine semi. Again, you might want to tuck under and just reorder and rearrange the way that your body meets the mat. And then as you float the arms up, fingers, we'll go to second side in a moment in the hip. Fingers are kind of flaring out towards the sky, almost as if you're playing piano. That's just for Jane, but you might be. And then let's reach and drop. Reach and drop. So this is about allowing your scapulae to shift and also having grounded action. Reach, but keep your head on pillow or mat and drop. Reach and drop, reach and drop. And then circles with your arms. Now these circles can go towards your ceilings, towards your sky, your blue sky, or they can come overhead and around, as long as you have lots of beautiful space, landing the back palms behind, and then exhale and slow it down. And this is a perfect opportunity to return to your double breath pranayama. So you're going to breathe in 1, 2, 3, and 4, pause, and exhale for 8. Circling to coordinate. Eyes are closed. If that helps you, draw inwards. 4 on the overhead arms or the arms up. Pausing at the top of your inhalation. Maybe say the word pause. Exhale, 8, 7, 6. Continue. The count method, each number you count is represented 1 second. And often, as yoga teachers, we use timers. But I am sure that you can just imagine and visualize that length in your own mind. So you can use that idea of counting 1 1,000, 2 1,000, or whatever you like. Or you can just imagine and visualize that as you reach your arms overhead, it is of a duration. And then as you exhale, big circle, it is double the length of that inhalation. So gently now completing the round that you are on, so softening back and settling, and maybe roll the head left and right, and then roll your legs left and right. And then roll head and legs. Maybe as your legs go right, your head goes left. Maybe as your legs go right, your head goes left. Yeah, we know that. Easy twist. Settle in. Inhale, exhale, arms are so relaxed, body is so relaxed. Fold your left thigh into the chest, no tugging. Just let it fall in. Where does it fall to? Feel how differently your spine meets the earth. Bend your knee and reach without too much effort. The index and second finger around the big toe, and the thumb may take a little grab there, but not too tense. And then bend towards a half happy baby, gentle, or lengthen leg to the side. And once again, try not to land and rock over, but if you need to do that, that's okay, really. And then maybe lift the head and see where you're going with this right hip. Maybe the leg slides, it goes long, soft, or standing. So find what's okay for you. Anchor. Maybe the left elbow's landed on the earth and you can really press out through the heel, right heel lengthening. I'm pretty sure that Harinder has managed to really find this position today, but you know, just all find your breathing now. Connect mindfully, connecting to another couple of breaths in quietude. Really, really softening the edges. Maybe you have to bend a little bit, that's fine. You know, maybe you've gone in and you can hold on that heel. Or you have even decided to use your yoga belt. So be in a grand place for yourself that is just really, really restorative. One more breath here, maybe two, and then soften. Maybe this foot comes back and point the left leg. Shimmy those shoulders and then circle your circles. Yeah, it's the hip that's circling. So you're down in the hip socket and the bones have descended. It's beautiful to be in this supportive practice with Mother Earth supporting you. Just feeling your way around those circles. Are they circular? That means you've got to draw the circle in, draw it down, draw the toe out. You really do want to feel that you're drawing in the sky, but also note the movement on your pelvis. So can you note whether it is a pure circle for you, or are you really just rolling your back in your pelvis? Remember to breathe, 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 and on completion, you can bring the knees into the chest and hug. Both knees fold, hug shins or backs of thighs. And you may want to roll to sit in one way or roll to side and sit. And you may also want to come back to your bolster or block. But we're going to sit now in Baddha Konasana. So find that you are supported perhaps by the wall, maybe by your blanket roll or bolster, and then you can even bring the hands behind you and use some of that open pose that we used earlier. So you really draw the chest up and away. So we're in sides of the feet, maybe requiring a little bit of rocking, and connecting outside edges of feet. Press very intentionally. And then we may find we want to hold onto the ankles and lift the chest and expand outwards. So it's as if left thigh is moving left and right thigh is moving right. Some of us will enjoy holding and wrapping the toes. Now, if your knees happen to be coming up very, very high, I would suggest you might use one leg at a time. So you might want to find a single butterfly here, and this left palm, if I'm in my left, can press into the hip crease or thigh. Remember, it's you connecting to you, so it's not a teacher just steaming in there to press open in a very unwelcome way. You can press, but don't press your knee. Don't grab the knee and push the knee. So you might want to afford that little change in the practice there, and then you would move to your second side, heel to perineum, and allow a little bit of energy there. There's also, of course, the option of blocks or cushions under each thigh. And then another little thing I like doing is placing my right foot on top of my left So there is a little cup and saucer element in the legs. So it's just a lovely feeling of placing right foot on top of left and then placing left foot into the inner arch of the right. Bring the arms back and just flaring out through the legs. So they up here, and I'm not bouncing, I'm just going to flare out through those legs. So you might find some of those options good. Now, if your legs are already landed and it's so simple for you, wrap around the feet and toes, lift chest, bring the elbows into shins. Try not to push the chin, look to Mother Earth, and fold in as deeply as you wish. So dropping in and down to your folded butterfly. You might even have something in front of you can reach for. And that, of course, is also for some practitioners. Do stay lifted if that is better for your pranic energy and for your mood today. Now gently retain the left butterfly leg. And can you reach your right leg out to the right? So can this be wide angle? Lift and shift, so lift the buttocks and shift. Bring the heel into the perineum. And this is the pose of Parivriti Janasishasana. You may just leave your right palm on the leg, and you may be flexible enough to just slide to touch the toes. Let's bring that left arm up. Remember we did this at the beginning. We tried to revolve the chest and open. And of course that option is there as well, bringing the arm over and moving all the way in. So find your version as you breathe in and out. And I'm just coming to a more beginner's version here by just holding the ankle and you're trying to open that side. And, fall in as necessary. Breathe and feel release. And a moment in seated Sukhasana, and then lean and swap. So right heel comes in close, left leg out to the left, sit tall. Just something very simple, opening arms, or slide and big toe mudra and arm up, or moving over into the fullness. Just please be where it is beautiful for you. And inhale, exhale softly. Keep pressing your thighs open and away. Now left leg comes in front as you release. Maybe you are in Sukhasana or Siddhasana with the heels together, or any chosen seat. Let's return to Dhyani Mudra, and as you bow your gaze, sometimes when we are stressed or fatigued or overwhelmed, the cup is empty. Perhaps this practice has allowed you to refill your cup. I certainly hope so. And now we can maybe fill that cup with coffee after this yoga coffee break. So thank you so much for being here today. Have a beautiful day and continue to breathe with mindful awareness. Namaste, yogis.